Hello everyone, welcome. It's Sunday. It's time for a live stream with Neil. Did you miss me? I missed you guys. But I just went on an awesome vacation and a holiday, as you call it in the UK. And I'm back. You should be able to hear me. As always, I have no idea what I'm going to play apart from one song, which is the first one. It's a sound check. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Vuk, how did you see that? I don't know how you see that. But yes, I'm broadcasting on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch. Twitch is kind of a new thing for me, and there'll probably be nobody watching on Twitch, but multi-stream broadcast. If you are on Facebook, welcome Facebook land. I'm not monitoring comments while I'm doing this live. So if you want to join in, come over onto YouTube, which is youtube.com/Neil Archer. If you're not a subscriber, I want to know why. But just subscribe and then you can join in the chat and I'll be able to see all the comments. But yes, 3 platforms right now. Good to see everybody on here. Especially on the, I brought this a little bit forward. I know we've had time changes in the world. It should be dark where you are now in the UK, right? It's 6 p.m. Is it dark? Is it cold? It wasn't cold while we were there, but it's probably it's probably dark. So I thought I'd mix it up and change it for everybody. And the next time we do a live stream, it'll be the regular time because everybody in the world will be on the same time zone. All right, let's do a sound check. Easy like Sunday morning. Brilliant song. In the key of G. I haven't touched this piano for about 3 weeks, so I'm going to love this. I know I am. Absolutely great song to start with. I see some people are having connection issues. You do have a choice now. You can go to Twitch, you can go to Facebook, you can go to YouTube. Remember, if you, I am broadcasting in 1080p, so if you are having trouble, try putting your settings down. You may be on HD, so it may be an internet issue on your end, but everything's good on my end. From what I see, I wish this stuff would just work, right? All the time. Thank you, Amy. I'm glad you like the sound of it. Everyone's saying the sound sounds great. Alright, you know how it works. Give me requests if you want requests. Super chat donations are so much appreciated as well. Here we go. All right, what we got here? So lots of people saying it's working, other people are saying it's not working. I got Perry giving me an applause, so hopefully it's good for you. It's on and off. On and off for everyone else. I only love technology when it works. Everyone all right? You with me? How weird. You can't send super chat. That sucks too. Funny socks. I don't know why it's on and off. It's all right on my end. Oh, man. So weird. So weird. All right, so I played Easy Like Sunday Morning. And then I played Careless Whisper with the keyboard. Let's do this one. Gloria Estefan. I haven't done this for a long time. It's a great song. The sheet music's available too. Remember, there's a sheet music sale going on. Starts with the drums. isn't that weird that it's streaming fine on Facebook, but it's not streaming fine on YouTube? Oh, I feel bad for you guys. So yeah, that was Gloria Estefan, Can't Stay Away From You. I did get a request for a beautiful song by Nat King Cole, or made famous by Nat King Cole. It's a beautiful song to play. Unfortunately, there's no sheet music for this. I wish there was. I get asked for it almost daily. Here we go. That run. I got to practice that run. Let's start again. Making a pig's ear of this. Reading the comments. Let's do it again. Third time lucky, right? Love this song. I remember learning that, trying to do it note for note by ear. And it starts in F. And it ends in B flat. it sounds so perfect. I don't really know of any other song that starts in one key and ends in another in that way. It's so should be so wrong, right? But it's beautiful how it's written. While we're on that King Cole, how about this one? A little bit of reverb on this. Let's do a ballad piano. Mona Lisa, that was called. It's good on YouTube as well now. Is there any issues? Anyone Google search YouTube down right now? All right, Perry. Is it Perry? No, I think it's Thomas. You want me to play a song with my eyes closed? Challenge you to play piano with your eyes closed. It's a shame I don't have a blindfold. It'd be easier than closing my eyes. Have you all done your refresh on your page and everything? Like refresh the page? If you look on your video, is there a red line on the video? Can you scroll it all the way to the end? If it's stuck. So I'm showing that we've been online for almost 28 minutes right now. Yeah, weird. Okay, Thomas, which song would you like me to play with my eyes closed? If not, I'll just pick one. Oh, Amy, that's a shame. It's my fault for being early. Oh, Moonlight Serenade. Oh, great. Can I All right, I'll just have to look at the camera and say, with my eyes closed. It's hard. It's not as easy as you think, especially octaves, right? Octaves. I was trying to do that octave, but I didn't know the gap. I need to see that. A blindfold would have been hilarious, yeah. It would have been easier than keeping my eyes closed, I can tell you that. I didn't see any of the comments, you know. Oh, at last. I gotta learn at last. I'll fake it. I forget where it goes. Beautiful song, though. I don't think I'm going to do a glass of water on my head. So how many of you have seen the YouTube videos of me playing the organ at Harworth? It was fantastic. Have you all seen it by now? The organ, it's a pipe organ, actually. People look at it and they think it's an electronic organ and there's speakers underneath. There's no speakers at all. All you see is a console of an instrument with 3 manuals and all the tabs and everything and a horseshoe. Oh, Funny Socks, thank you for the £2. You're getting the ability now to super chat. That's great. Appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, these organs were built in their thousands, believe it or not, both here in the US and in the UK. They were installed in magnificent buildings, and they started out kind of early 1900s, and they were supposed to be a full orchestra with one person playing. That's how they were designed. But it wasn't just an instrument that they made hundreds of that were all the same. Wurlitzer was the biggest installation or in the installer and manufacturer of these wonderful instruments, and they were an American company, and they did quite a few of them in the United States. And what they were supposed to be introduced for were cinema organs. So the name cinema organ or the name theater organ, kind of the same really, but it really was a cinema organ. And what they were designed for was the early movies that had no sound. The organ would play the music and accompany the movie. So like all the old Charlie Chaplin movies, some of the the early silent movies, the organ would provide the music to go along with the movie. And it's pretty amazing that, they would play the movie and the organist would write the score and accompany the movie. And as time has gone on, a lot of these buildings have become either, derelict, or they need a lot of money spending on them. And then the organs, it's the same way. These are living, breathing things that need a lot of maintenance in order to keep them in good working order. So 1920s, 1930s. The instrument that I played in Harworth is just outside Doncaster, was built in 1934, and it went into a cinema in Durham, in Cumbria, in the UK. And again, that instrument was played very often. They were concerts and the movies, of course, And then when that building was going to be demolished, the Harworth organ enthusiast, who had a Hammond organ, electronic organ at the time, in the Miners' Welfare Hall in Harworth Burcoats, just outside of Doncaster, they got together and they said, let's go up to Durham and let's take a look at this organ, because maybe we can bring it back to Harworth and we can start saying, let's build it. So it happened, and they went up there and said, yeah, we think this is going to be a great installation in Harworth. And over 2 weekends, they brought everything down to Doncaster, and amazingly, there was no room in the building for it, so they put it in the colliery, which is a mine in Harworth, Doncaster, until they had the time to move it into the facility. So it's got a lot of history, and I was playing that instrument quite a long time ago. I was probably 15 the last time I played it. In fact, I have a photo that I found the other day. I'm going to post it onto my Facebook page so that you can see it, where I still had my school uniform on, so it was amazing to be able to go back there and to, reminisce my youth. I know my mum and dad used to go with me on concerts, but it was predominantly my granddad. He would finish work and he'd pick me up from school and we would go off there. It was fabulous. So yeah, these organs were, the manufacturers, the people that were responsible for manufacturing these organs, they would come out to the venue and they would do the measurements, right? And they would figure out where are the pipes going to go in order for this instrument to fill the auditorium. So every organ was completely different. There was not one the same as the next, same as the next, same as the next. They were all built specifically for the venue that it was going to be installed. And hundreds of thousands of dollars too. These things were not cheap. It was a organ console which was completely detached. It was on the stage on its own, and the pipes were somewhere else in the building. And what's amazing, and this is the same as well from classical organs as well that are installed in churches, pipe organs in churches. So you've got pipe organs classicals, and you've got pipe organs theatre, cinema organs, completely different. The biggest difference is the tremolo. The tremolo comes on and it makes it that big Wurlitzer, beautiful Wurlitzer theatre organ sound. But yeah, the console's one place, the pipes are in the back of the room or even above the instrument. So there's a kind of a time delay. You press a note and it's split because all of that electronical information is getting sent to the chamber where all the pipes are, and it just takes a while. So when you start playing kind of quick step, right? You're doing pedal chord, and then you're doing the melody. You can't even think about what's coming out. You've just got to play. You understand that? It's weird. It's not a second, it's a split second, but you're a little bit ahead of with your playing of the sound coming out. But it was wonderful. It was, and it gave me a new respect for these machines. It's kind of, I say this a lot when I go back to the UK. I see things that I never saw when I lived there, if that makes any sense. You kind of get used to your upbringing and the fact that, you're surrounded by places that have been standing for 300, 400, 500 years or more, right? So when you go back and you see these things, and it's like, wow. We tell for American friends, you know, if you go to London and you go down Oxford Street, look up. You got to look up, because the buildings are just unbelievable. They're still there, but they're stores now. They're shops. That's the kind of thing that I really appreciate, and I just can't believe that this organ has been there in that little miners' welfare hall for 50 years. And I know in America, they would demolish a building that looks like that place, right? And where would the organ go then? So I've been looking around since I got back as to cinema organs and theater organs here in the United States, because I'm thinking there's got to be some, and I found 3 in Georgia. 2 of them are in Atlanta, and I think I'm going to make it a point of trying to get to play more of these instruments, because they do exist, and it was just a great opportunity that last time I was back in the UK, I saw Amy. Did you make that little model? I didn't make that little model. My organ teacher back in the time, who used to go with us on those Thursday nights to play that organ, he was the one that made it, and he gifted it to me all those years ago. And when I moved to the States 20 years ago, actually when I started working on ships in '97. It went under my mum and dad's bed, and it's been there ever since, bubble wrapped. And last time I was there, I got it out, and I'm thinking, you know, it's a lovely thing to have been gifted to me, and I did appreciate it. But I was thinking, let me give it back to the Harworth organ enthusiasts, the people that really made the opportunity for me to play these wonderful instruments. So I did. I reached out to one of the younger kids who was playing at the same time that I was playing it. His name is Philip Randalls, and I reached out to him on Facebook, on Messenger, and I said, hey, I've got this little model here. I said, and I'd really like you guys to have it, and have it, you know, in the lobby when you have a concert. It's because it's a money box as well. It's brilliant. It's a money box. And they've since changed the bench of the organ, and they still have the original bench in storage. So the on the replica of the little model, it's the old bench that was used. The reason for the bench being replaced was that so the audience could see the pedal work, the footwork of the organist, which is even more astounding, because nowadays you'd be able to put it on a big screen, right? Have a little camera down there. But yeah, it was it's fabulous. So they really appreciated it. So I think I was able to say, hey, listen, I'm going to be back in the UK. Any chance that I can go and... Actually, they invited me. He invited me. He's like, next time you're in town, we'll get you to have a little play. So we did. We made the arrangements to go down there on a Thursday morning, and it was 10 o'clock. It was early, and you know, you're kind of rusty, and it's been a long time since I've played a pipe organ, so it was like, it's got to get my feel back. And I'm thinking, Ryan, give me a day on that, and I'd be at it again and get my playing chops back. It was awesome. So I do have some little video. I think what I'm going to do is try and go back and try and get full videos of full songs. I know I played a Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. It was on someone else's phone, but I know I played it so well, and I'm thinking, I wish I could have that recording. If I can get a hold of it, I'll pop that up as well. But it's a different way of playing. The chords are critical. The notation is critical. You feel every note because it's just so powerful. There's a power behind the notes, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's my organ story, and I've got to get this Yamaha AR100 back in action again, because it really is where it all started for me, the organ. You know, I was 7 years old when I started to play, and it wasn't until really properly moved on to cruise ships that I was playing piano when I was offered a job. In fact, I'll tell you, the first 3 years of cruise ships, I took the organ. I took a Yamaha HS8 all over the world, and that was really, really tough to get it onto a ship. I remember the first job I ever did was Izmir, Turkey, and it went over there, air freight, and it was damaged, and I had to try and fix it before I could play it. And then it went to Piraeus, Greece, to join a ship, and we went all around South America. And then it was on the Saga Rose, which was easy because it was in Southampton, so I hired a car and took it down there. But I did a world cruise on that, which was fantastic because the age group was perfect for those guys that love to ballroom dance, so it worked a treat, it did. So watch this space on the organ thing, because it really brought it back to me that, the thanks that I have and the gratitude that I have, because I was talking to Philip and saying, do you still have members' nights? And members' night was very, very cheap to be able to be a member of the Harworth organ enthusiasts, and they don't anymore. So I'm thinking about the youth. There was me, there was another girl, Joanne Powell, I think it was Philip Randalls, there was Andrew Nix, all young people, in their early teenagers years, and we got the chance to play these great instruments. I remember my organ teacher too, and again, I can't remember how, but there was an organ in Rotherham, and it was a cinema called the Scaler. The organ isn't there now, but I remember going there with my organ teacher, and we had like hours on that thing, and it was a Konica pipe organ in a cinema in Rotherham. And we had the place to ourselves. And again, I racked my brains to think, how did it come about that we ended up in this cinema for hours on end playing this wonderful instrument? I would play it, he would play it. No recording capabilities back then, but it was just wonderful to be able to play it. Another place in Gomersall, it was a Compton organ. We used to play there. Just so much opportunity as a kid to get to play these wonderful pipe organs that nowadays the kids can't get to play. Everyone's getting older. The people that are going to these organ concerts, they're getting older too. So I'm just letting you know that if you see one of these cinema organs and you see that there's a concert, go check it out, because you'll be amazed with the sounds that you can get out of this thing. And the way that, it's all pipes. It's all, the keyboard is one place. Thursford in Norfolk, that's another great, great place to see a fantastic Wurlitzer. All right, I've gone on and on and on about my experience playing that instrument, but it was cool. Very, very cool. I did get a request here for a wonderful song, Dionne Warwick. You all still with me? The chat's gone very quiet. You all okay? Lovely song. Yes, I did see your comment and I forgot all about it. I think that's when we were having technical issues, Amy. So, Dolores, happy 95th birthday. I can't believe it. 95. 95. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dolores. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns of the day. I know you love what I do. Happy birthday. Aunt Flynn, Aunt Flynn. You're welcome, Amy. So, I will tell you one of these other things while we're still on thinking about these theatre organs. My ultimate dream has been, it was even since I was a kid, you know, since I'd never played a pipe organ in my life, you know. My granddad was friends with a guy from his work who was really, really, really good friends with a guy called Ernest Broadbent. Anyone heard of that name, Ernest Broadbent? So, take you back. Blackpool Tower Ballroom has a Wurlitzer in there, which was installed, again, 1930s. They came out, they looked at the ballroom. The ballroom was built in 1899. It's over 120 years old now. And Wurlitzer installed this beautiful instrument, and Reginald Dixon was the resident organist of Blackpool Tower Ballroom, and he became well known all over the world just because I think it was, you know, they'd pack 6,000 people into the ballroom for ballroom dances and for concerts, and he was just amazing, and became a household name in the UK. Reginald Dixon. So as Reginald Dixon was retiring, was getting older in life, he had to pull back a little bit. So they introduced Ernest Broadbent. Ernest Broadbent was the guy who was playing Blackpool Tower back in the 70s and early 80s. And then Phil Kelsall came on the scene, and he took over from Ernest Broadbent. So back in the day, I really, really, really wanted to play Blackpool Tower Wurlitzer, and I even wrote to Jim Will Fix It. I remember writing to Jim Will Fix It many, many times. I think we are behind because I'm just getting play Happy Birthday, and I've already played Happy Birthday. So I don't know if you're still with me here, but it is weird. It's weird what's happening here because I'm having to fast forward. So yeah, I did. I wrote to Jim Will Fix It many times to see if I could play Blackpool Tower. So that's on my hit list. I'm gonna be. It's my hit list to play Blackpool Tower Wurlitzer. So watch this space. I know it's doable. All right, Ant. This was great at Wembley too. What a cracking song, isn't it? That was something else that I'd always wanted to do. I'd always wanted to see all the crowd at Wembley singing Sweet Caroline, and it happened when we were there this last time for this vacation. Alright, I can still see that some of you are having problems. I'm looking at we've been online for 54 minutes. Yep, it's about right. So I apologize. It's out of my control, unfortunately. What a shame. Very weird. I'm going to play a song. I do see comments that come through on YouTube, and I do appreciate them. I think it was Ant. Sent me. I'm gonna have to ask you for this on the next live stream. It's a great song. And again, Neil Diamond from the Jazz Singer. I do love that song. Hello again, hello. Neil Diamond, the jazz singer. Yeah, I'm behind. It looks like I'm behind too now. How strange this is. YouTube really sucking today. I'm gonna delete my channel for that. Thank you, Amy, for the $10. There you go, Amy the Dance. I don't actually do any more Garth Brooks songs, to be honest with you. Sometimes I just get a request of a song and it's just the song, right? It's not really the artist, so I listen. So I'm not familiar with a lot of Garth Brooks stuff. Estefan from Germany, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Oh, drat. I'm opening another beer. I'm determined to stick around and see this thing through. Because I'm thinking that once it uploads onto the replay as a video, there won't be any lag and there won't be any issues. I'm hoping. I already think some people have left already. Hey, Mark. Sorry I'm early. I know I saw Holly on here. Oh, man, I can't believe he's early. Yeah, some time changes in the world, so I thought I'd change it for everybody today. It's hard to get the word out sometimes. Let's have a go at this one. It's been a while. seems like it's a European thing. It's everybody from the UK and Europe that's saying that they're having issues. I apologize, everyone. Alright, let's do Heal the World. Let's see what key... I can't remember what key I do it in. Heal the World. Oh, I didn't see that, Amy. I'll do that next. Many key changes we could do. We did a lot on this. we've been all through the scale now, and we're back to C. We did C, we did D, we did E flat, we did F, we did G, we did A, we did B flat, we did back to C. Key changes are awesome. They are. If you remember the chord changes in the different keys. Alright, so I know some people have left us. They can't deal with this technical outage or the issues that they're having. It's funny, when I go onto the video, I'm back like 16 minutes and I have to wind it on, so I just don't get what's going on anyway. But it shows an hour and 18 minutes. So hopefully when this goes back, you can watch it as a replay and not have any problems. But from where I know where people are geographically located. Sheet music for which one, Amy? Heal the World? Heal the World is available. And the one that I did from the Hollies. I don't know how far back you are, Amy. All right, guys. I think we're all having difficulties communicating with one another right now, so I'm going to call it a day. But thanks for joining me, and it's been lovely to see so many people on here. I will be back in a couple of weeks at the normal time, because all the world will be on the same time zones and the same time differences. So it's a little not only technically challenged today, but we've also had the issues with the time changes as well. And then super chat not working for some people. But I always love to come on here and entertain you guys for a couple of hours, and I'm just hoping that once it all comes back tomorrow as a replay, you'll be able to watch it. Holly, rewind it to the beginning. I was here an hour earlier than normal. But better to have little than none. Get you. I have been here for almost an hour and a half. I'm going to play you out with this one. Thanks ever so much, everyone, for joining me. You'll see me on YouTube throughout the week. Just wanted to ask you, is it too early? I think anything Christmas before Halloween is too early. Alright, see you in a couple of weeks, everyone. Have a great couple of weeks. Lovely seeing you again. Sorry for the technical issues. Well, hopefully it'll be better next time. Want It That Way, the Backstreet Boys, to finish off. Thank you so much. Paul Jones, great to see that you play piano and that you're inspired by me. That's what it's all about, you know. YouTube's a great thing for that, to be able to come on and find people, you know, that inspire you to get playing again. I speak to so many people around the world that used to play as kids, you know, and they did not like it at all. They did not enjoy it. But it's funny, you know, you get into life and you get working and you need some kind of escape, right? Because life is full of bills and stress and all kinds of things. But, you know, it's good that people get into it later on in life and they think, well, why didn't I not enjoy it when I was a kid? Because I'm really enjoying it now. So good to hear from you. I really appreciate that comment. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your weekend, whatever's left of today. And hopefully the Brits can sleep tonight and the Europeans, because the clocks have gone back. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. All right, thank you ever so much. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.